growing concern among law enforcement about a deadly batch of heroin. Good evening and thanks for choosing ABC6. I'm James Wilcox.
And I'm Laura Lee. The Rochester Police Department is investigating 2 heroin overdoses, one of which left a man dead.
ABC6 News reporter Carson Forsman is in studio tonight with the details. Carson.
James and Laura, both of these overdoses happened yesterday, and officials believe heroin circulating now is more lethal than ever before.
This is getting pretty scary.
This is a problem that is getting worse.
It is the worst thing I think we've seen in a long time.
Officials say heroin is taking more lives than ever before. According to the Minnesota Department of Public Safety, 8 people have died from overdoses within the last month. On Monday in Rochester, police say at 5 o'clock a person was rushed to the hospital for overdosing on heroin. That person survived, and police say 6 hours later they were called back to the same location. They say they found a 31-year-old dead.
I had a couple police officers and a couple paramedics trying to hold me down because I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what had happened. Jeff Nelson says he nearly died from the drug 6 months ago. I just picked the same amount that I'd normally use, but I immediately stopped breathing. And this is why officials say the drug is so lethal.
Right now, this heroin is deadly. It is dangerous, and it is the worst thing I think we've seen in a long time.
Olmsted County Sheriff Kevin Torgerson says his detectives have never seen this kind of heroin before.
And they're mixing it with some other drugs, so when somebody takes it, they don't know if they're getting the real heroin, if they're getting it something that's laced and mixed with something else.
It's an awful tolerance where you need to keep up your habit.
Nelson is now getting treatment at Minnesota Adult and Teen Challenge. He says right now dealers are selling higher quality heroin at a lower price to get people hooked.
If you do survive the life that you will live if you get addicted to heroin, it's not much better than dying.
The Minnesota Department of Public Safety says they continue to warn people that even just a small dose of heroin has the potential to kill.